staff tonight. The service is invisible. Tonight, let's all live out our fantasies of being big tippers. I turned 50 years old. 4.5 years ago. This is a great age. I'm confident, I know what I like. The factory warranty on my body has expired. From now on, this is a do-it-yourself project. I'm on prebiotics, probiotics, calcium, iron. I graduated to Centrum Silver. Unfortunately, that's one step shy of the Silver Alert. I'm taking creatine for muscle strength. Instagram told me this is good for high school football players and menopausal women. My creatine guarantees it won't get me disqualified from the Olympics. I prefer how Big Pharma gives it to you straight. Take our medicine and your life will be full of joy.
May cause diarrhea, death, and the temporary loss of your left eyeball. Do not take this medication if your life is
Currently bearable. You all know, nutritionally speaking, that last year was a year of protein. Does anyone know what this year is, 2026? This is the year of fiber maxing.
I was gonna guess fiber.
There you go. That's right, get as much fiber as you possibly can. This was started by the junk food companies, trying to get you to buy their stuff. In 2026, you can buy a high fiber frozen pizza, high fiber Pop-Tarts, and, wait for it, high fiber Pepsi. I can't. Be careful, people. You got to calibrate your fiber intake. Otherwise, you get this whole, actually, we heard enough about this topic in that first set tonight. I'm just going to leave it at that. Last year, my nutritionist had me on so much protein, I grew 2 pant sizes. Who knew I would put on muscle and muffin top? I am so strong now. I can lift a Costco case of canned cocktails. Without grunting. See? When people ask why I go to so much effort to keep all of this agile, it's so I can say which way to the horses. That's right, horses. Has anybody here heard of mounted archery? It really only comes in handy if you're filming a John Wayne movie. We are talking about shooting a bow and arrow from a moving horse. This is exactly what you're picturing. Me, decked out in leather, galloping down the track, the wind in my hair, my quiver full of arrows, taking down those square styrofoam targets with no mercy. Ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the 2016 Pennsylvania, this is a true fact, Chailey Warriors Mounted Archery Champion. adult beginner category. Don't ask how many other people were in that category, that's not polite. Yes, you may cower behind me when the apocalypse comes. And I will cower behind the 8-year-old girl who led my horse. I did crop her out of the trophy photo. It didn't fit my vibe. The problem with these extreme sports is they land me in physical therapy. It does not matter what hurts. Could be my shoulder, my knee, my right butt cheek. The answer is always the same. Oh, well, that hurts because the muscles around it are weak. Has anybody here been in physical therapy? Jeez Louise, we got the walking wounded in here. Okay, all right, I gotta know. Has anyone here been in physical therapy for golf? Okay, all right, good job, good job. What about pickleball? Any physical therapy for pickleball? Oh, we got a couple in here. Okay, maybe you're spending a little too much time in the little kitchen. Maybe a little less dinking, a little more dining might help. I got one more. Who here has been in physical therapy for mahjong? Mahjong causes a little bit less in the physical therapy, a little bit more in the mental therapy. You know, these supplements are making me smarter every single time. Do you know that Coastal Orthopedics built the Lakewood Ranch Pickleball Club? Thank you. I hope I'm not popping anybody's bubble here. Pickleball isn't about fun or even fitness. It's about orthopedic business development. Don't you hate when you get an injury and you don't have a good story to go with it? Something like climbing Mount Everest or stopping a bank robbery.
Hot air balloon crash?
A hot air balloon crash would be an excellent story, but that is not my story. I gotta say, I don't know, Doc. I was sitting in my chair. Maybe I pulled my hip when I was reaching for my cocktail. My thumbs hurt when I text on my phone. I dislocated my shoulder using the remote control. Now I can't even brush my teeth. All of this unfairly lands me back in physical therapy, where the answer is always the same. I could go in there with an arrow sticking out of my leg, and the doctor'd be all, oh, well, that hurts because the muscles around it are weak. When I'm not in physical therapy, I love the farmer's market. Has anybody here been to the Lakewood Ranch Sunday Farmer's Market? Oh, fabulous, excellent. Well, then you know you can get a basket of vegetables or put a down payment on a waterside condo for about the same price. The most important thing about the farmer's market is to avoid making eye contact with the vendors. The moment I lock eyes on the hummus guy, he reels me in. I ask the price. He is not going to answer that. He transforms from a humble farmer to a carpet salesman. He gives me a sample. Now I'm trapped. The longer I stand there, the deeper I'm in. Next thing I know, I'm out $23 for 8 ounces boxes of broken chickpeas. I got one more thing I want to say. It's controversial. Scott told me not to, but oh, he's coming. Okay, he's not up here yet. Why are there so many baby strollers with dogs in them?